The first Class 1B UR is in the game. It is Monoma, and today we are going to be showcasing him in PvP. He is actually really good for a general pool unit. Now, when the new climax battle comes out against Night Eye, we will try Monoma out there if it's possible and see how he does there. But for now, we're just going to be focusing on the Ultra Arena Showcase. Before we hop into the showcase, however, here is a quick review of what Monoma can do. He is a very, very unique character compared to all the other general pool units we have. His plus ultra move is called Thief Combo. It deals 600% damage to a single opponent with a medium chance of confusing them for 2 turns. I've found personally that medium chance to confuse hits quite often. It's actually pretty good. It also decreases a single confused opponent's power by 30% for 4 turns. This also is really good because you hit your confuse on your action skill before this, and then if you land this plus ultra on that opponent, it'll decrease their power, making it so they don't hit you as hard. It's really good against people with like AoE plus ultras. If you have the plus ultra advantage and you hit, let's say for example, Celebration or Araka or the Ocean Sun Najire, you will decrease their power by 30% before they do their plus ultras, helping keep your team alive. It's actually pretty good. And then also he gives the character ability to draw aggro for 1 turn. And then this is the big thing that makes him so versatile for all teams. This next part shortens cooldown time of all allies by 1. Previously, like if you wanted to run the new Celebration Yayurozu, you also had to run either a cooldown memory on her or another character that could do cooldown as well. And that other main character that people would run with her typically would be Compress. Compress is still really good, but now this is just another option in place of Compress if you want to run that Celebration Yayurozu, because now you have Celebration Yayurozu shortening action skill cooldown time, as well as Monoma shortening action skill cooldown time. And then additionally on top of all of that, this skill has Bullseye, which is really nice for getting around those pesky evasions. His first action skill does not do any damage, but it's way better than it sounds. It is called Clever Thinking. It cancels 2 temporary buffs of all the opponents, and then it blocks the opponent's buffs for 1 turn, which is really good, and then decreases the opponent's skill impact by 30% for 3 turns, and decreases the opponent's speed by 20% for 3 turns. So he's just a massive debuffer with that skill, and it hits all opponents. It does have a cooldown time of 4, but it becomes it does have a cooldown time of 5, but it becomes a cooldown time of 4 with his plus ultra. His second action skill is called Copy Twin Impact. Deals 350% damage to a single opponent with a medium chance of confusing them for 2 turns. There's the confuse. If you land that confuse and then you do your plus ultra, obviously you get the effect we talked about before, and then decreases a single confused opponent's power by 30% for 4 turns. So if you confuse them again on your plus ultra and then hit them again with this skill, you will decrease their power with this skill. And then also gives character the ability to draw aggro for 1 turn, which is really neat. So that all is really cool, but I want to point out, this is the important part. The second action skill gives him the ability to draw aggro for 1 turn, and the first action skill, the plus ultra also gives him the ability to draw aggro for 1 turn. Okay, why is that important? Well, let's talk about the auto skills. His first auto skill is called Black Hearted. It gives character the ability to hide when character does not have cover allies or aggro. So he is going to be hiding at the beginning of the turns or at the beginning of battle. Why is this important? Because when character is hiding, increases character's speed by 40% and increases defense of all allies by 30%. That is very solid. So that means at the start of each turn, because he drops aggro at the end of each turn that he gets it, you will have the speed advantage no matter what, because he has that 40% speed, which is really nice. So basically, Monoma almost always simply has a 40% speed increase for himself, which is really good. And then his second auto skill, Bluff and Feint, when character does have aggro, it gives him the ability to evade 2 times and the ability to nullify 1 status element, and he decreases the power of all opponents by 20%. Why is this good? Well, he's going to draw aggro on plus ultra turns and reduce damage for your team. He's also going to decrease the power of opponents, thereby reducing damage to your team. Monoma is an insane debuffer, also a tank, and yeah, he's just absolutely insane. Now, the one thing I will say that I've noticed while playing him is he lacks damage, but it does not matter because of the team we're going to be running him on. And then let's take a look at his stats real quick. I did get lucky enough to pull an extra copy of him. I put it into a short if you haven't seen that yet, but I was able to get his advanced leveling up quite a bit further than normal, and I was actually able to use this character when he was only board 7 and take on 500,000 battle power teams, so keep that in mind. That's how good this Monoma is. His piece route is right here. I have it about 3/4 of the way done. I just don't quite have enough pieces yet to get it all the way there, and then I have his DX route partially done so that I at least have him at level 100. Alright, but that is enough talking. We have gone over his kit in full. Hopefully you guys understand what he does. If not, you will see what he's about to do here in Ultra Arena. I am so confident in this character. We are going to start off with a secret battle. Hopefully, this secret battle is not a rare team or an SR team. It could be. I could be wasting my time, but I hope that's not the case. I hope it's a hard team because I actually really want to show you guys how good this Monoma can be. And this team right here, the 3 main units, work really well together because you have Yayurozu for the last stands, and then you have Monoma and Uraraka for the cancel status or not cancel status elements, cancel buffs, which is really good, and then Monoma blocks buffs additionally. Uraraka is going to be our main damage dealer, while Monoma is going to be our tank, and Yayurozu is going to be our support. These 3 work really, really well together. It looks like we did get a decently hard team to take on here. We have a Celebration Momo, a Celebration Deku, and a Celebration Najire. But here's the thing, even though this team might seem like it's going to heal infinitely, I have faith that we can beat them with this team. That's how much faith I have in Monoma and this team. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we want to buff Uraraka with Yayurozu's skill because she's our damage dealer. Then we're going to actually go ahead and use Clever Thinking, which is going to cancel 2 temporary buffs of all opponents, and then it's also going to block their buffs for 1 turn, and it's going to decrease the opponent's skill impact by 30% for 3 turns. Actually, I think I'm gonna use that in the other order because notice that Deku is going to heal next turn. I want to stop that healing, so actually I'm going to do this one. We're going to do copy Twin Impact, and we're going to draw aggro, and we're going to have a medium chance of confusing Najire here. And then we're going to go for the stun. Yeah, I think that'll work out pretty well. Since we're getting dodge with Monoma, I don't need the evasion from the memory that I have on Uraraka, so I'm switching the order to put Monoma last. Monoma gains 2 evasions right here. We did not land the confused, but that's fine. Alright, and the attack alls, it's fine. Monoma will still draw aggro right here. And that's good for that turn. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this. Debuff them. Alright, they did have the status element nullification stuff, so we weren't even able to block their buffs properly. But that's okay. We'll go ahead and plus Ultra. Should be fine. We have the turn advantage, speed advantage there, as you see. Alright, we're going to evade this. Perfect. And we remove buffs on Najire. Alright, we should be able to ideally kill Najire this next turn, hopefully. We'll see. We're pretty close. It might take 2 turns. It's going to take 2 turns. Pretty close to dead after this next turn, I think. Alright, remove buffs. And then let's see how it goes here. Okay, there we go. She's dead. Beautiful. Alright, we have Momo's plus Ultra coming through. And notice she can only target Uraraka, who has a giant health pool, because the other 2 were hiding, which is kind of cool. So you're able to like gain and drop aggro with Monoma, which is really neat because you're able to make them focus either Uraraka or Monoma and switch back and forth, which is cool. Alright, we're gonna plus Ultra with Monoma first. 0 damage, but now we're drawing aggro with him. Okay, and Kirishima's buffs are removed, which is good. Alright, let's go ahead and buffer Uraraka. I hope we confuse Kirishima here. It would be nice not to have to deal with his counter. Did we confuse him there? I think. No, we didn't. Okay. Dang. I was hoping. We have not landed a confuse yet, but before we end this video, I promise you, we will land one of the confuses. Okay. So this is just a really, obviously annoying team. It takes a lot of turns to get past, but I have full faith in our ability to do it here. Alright, we'll go ahead and use all of our plus ultras. Now, Monoma's going to draw aggro again. Oh, we got the confused. There we go. Big damage from Uraraka. Like I said, Uraraka carries the damage. But Monoma just makes it possible to get there in the late game and is a really insane tank. And debuffer. Alright, Kirishima is almost dead. He'll be dead next turn. Oh, this turn, I guess. Guess we removed his buffs. Forgot about that. Might kill Deku here. Killed Deku. Perfect. Alright, now we just gotta finish off our Uraraka. And that is the secret battle 1. We'll take a look at the overall battle power of this team that we just faced. I'm curious to see what it was. But yeah, really good. Really, really good. Monoma is so insane. He's insanely good. But when we take a look at his damage numbers, keep in mind I did say he was not going to have the most damage. Uraraka is our damage. He is our tank. He is our debuffer. And that is what Monoma is meant to do in this game. That is how he was designed, was to be a debuffer. Okay, so we took on Silver apparently, who had 518,000 battle power. Okay, and you can see Monoma only did 141,000 damage, whereas Uraraka did 660,000. So pretty big difference, but Monoma still did more than Yayorozu. I also took on Sunny Scout earlier with the same team, kind of just testing it to see how it worked, and you can see that I got a perfect on Sunny as well, who has arguably some of the best units in game, because I know she has spent a lot of money on this game. So let's go ahead and do another secret battle. Hopefully, once again, we don't get an SR or a rare team. But I have the nice thing about this team is it allows you to punch above the belt, right? Now here might be a team that we lose to. If you don't get turn 1 advantage, you do get screwed. So any team with compress, honestly, a lot of times that is the team I'm scared to face, because it's like a 50-50 if I'm faster. And a lot of times I end up not being faster. Like right here. So I will probably not win this. We'll go ahead. Let's just see what happens after turn 1. I might just forfeit this, honestly. It happens once in a while. Oh, you know what? Only Monoma got bound. Okay. Maybe we can work around that. We might be able to work around that. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do this on Monoma, right? Okay, we might have a slight chance of this. I might just be wasting your time right here. We'll see. Alright, get rid of the status element. Boom. Alright, now this next part's simple. We use Monoma to draw aggro, right? And then we use our Uraraka's ult. Simple enough. Alright, there's one ult gone. And 2 ults gone. Okay, good. We're actually alright. But we didn't get the chance to... this is the bad part. We didn't get the chance to debuff. Hopefully he doesn't get bound again. We can have speed advantage on the next turn. Just, well... Yeah, we're not making it. See, that turn 1 advantage is everything. It literally means everything. And unfortunately, the compressed is just too strong. Okay, we're gonna forfeit. I'm not gonna take this out of the video. Like, I have want to, but I'm gonna leave it there to show you guys there are teams that beat this Monoma team. He's not the best unit in the game, but I do still think he is insanely good. Alright, so let's go ahead and try another secret battle. Hopefully we don't get an insanely fast team like we did on the last one. Is it literally the same? It's the same one. This is why I hate secret battles. It's the same. I'm not even gonna waste my time. We're gonna forfeit. I'm gonna check the battle log on this one. That's so dumb if that's the case. Like literally. Oh, it wasn't. Okay, that was Sunny's team. It wasn't the same. But might as well have been. They're 1,000 battle power off from each other, almost the same exact team, so yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's find another team that does not have compress ideally. That's the biggest problem for me, is taking on a compress. I want to find like a relatively high battle power team. So I don't think any of these are quite as high as I want them to be. That's the problem with Legend, is people start like putting on like troll teams to let people climb, so it does get harder to find those people who keep their main teams around. Alright, we'll do this one because this one has Ida. We'll get a chance to see how the blue Monoma fares against an Ida, and we'll end off on this battle. This will be our last battle. I think this is a good one to end on. Also, Ida is considered a very fast character. I do think we'll be faster than them right here, because they don't have Celebration or Araka. If they had Celebration or Araka out with the Ida, they might be faster. But because of the units they have, I think we should be fine. And we are. Alright, block buffs. Let's go. Oh, and we stun them. And so Momo cleansed Ida's status elements there, which is why he was able to attack. We're going to switch up the order here because Monoma is going to draw aggro, so we don't need to waste our evasion on our memory. So even with type advantage, he's only doing 14,000. This is a board 13, level 100 Monoma, only doing 14,000 damage. He is not designed for damage. I cannot stress that enough to everyone. Insane debuffer. Really, really good tank. Not designed for damage. Alright, we should be able to get pretty close to killing Ida here. Let's make sure this goes on our Araka. We will get evasion this time from our memory. Nice. And we stun Deku, which is perfect. Ida's dead, even better. Alright, now we will kill Deku. And he is out. Okay, so I would say it's pretty safe to say at this point I'm going to get a perfect and I'm going to win. If I don't get a perfect, I would be genuinely surprised, but I'm feeling pretty confident at this point in time. We'll go ahead and target Momo here. Alright, here we go. Big plus ultras, and she should die right here. Perfect, and we stunned the other two. That's beautiful. That's exactly what you want to see. I thought Sue was going to be low enough to target. She was not. Okay. Alright, now we should be able to target her. Good. And then we will kill Todoroki after that. Nice. I'm surprised Monoma actually killed Sue, considering he was type disadvantaged. That was actually cool. Alright, and last but not least, we're going to end off with Monoma's plus ultra. I haven't slowed it down, so we'll slow it down here at the end and watch his plus ultra together. I really actually like this plus ultra. The only thing I don't like about Monoma is I don't feel like I want a Monoma that doesn't just have a set kit. I want a Monoma that's able to steal other people's moves and use them. But that would be a lot of scripting and, you know, hard to actually make happen. But that's what I would like to see in the future. But, you know, let me know what you guys think about that idea down in the comments. Do you think it's feasible, or am I just hoping for the impossible? Because obviously right here in this version of his plus ultra, he's using like 2 people's quirks. And that's all he's going to use. He'll never be able to use like Deku's quirks or people that he's taking on with this version of his UR. Maybe that's an LR or a PUR down the line if they ever get to that point. But, you know, like I said, just let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys enjoyed the video, please go down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.